Again, folks, episode 36 of Find Music. Oh, yeah. Took me so many episodes to get that right. Our never-ending quest to help you find artists you may not know about that are interesting, and maybe albums that you are not aware of that are interesting as well from artists you do know. We're going to find out which of those things today we're going to get from Murray Thomas. Go ahead, Murray.
Okay, my artist today is Nels Cline. The headline is, if you like Robert Fripp, you might like Nels Cline. Even though who I really like to compare him to is Hendrix. But the problem with comparing him to Hendrix is that he doesn't sound like Hendrix. The thing is, I think that he understands the potential of the electric guitar better than anyone since Hendrix. You may have heard of him because he currently is playing with Wilco, but I'm going to go into some of his other solo stuff and other projects he's been involved in. To give you an example of what I mean by understanding the potential of the electric guitar, back in 2000, I saw him play at the Smell, which is a little all-ages club in an alley in downtown LA. But he did a show where he had a bass player with him, but he did everything imaginable to get sound out of his guitar except play it. He bent the guitar, he did feedback, he used like a kitchen whisk on it. He just put on like a half-hour, 40-minute, quite interesting show of what you can do with a guitar without, strumming the strings and playing chords. He also, he does have a pretty hard rock inside, so I am going to bring this one up. Oh, come on, go that, guys, what I want. Yep, okay, there we go. This is Banyan.
Perkins.
Perkins. My take on Banyan is they play hard rock like it was freeform jazz. This version consisted of Steve Perkins from Jane's Addiction, Mike Watt from the Minutemen, Cline on guitar, and Willie Waldman on trumpet, plus Norton Wisdom painting to the shows. The cover of the album is a Norton Wisdom painting. And on Banyan, Nels Cline just goes crazy, hard rock, shredding, lots of notes, lots of noise, yet always under control. Like I've seen them several times, and they're amazing. Let me try to bring up the next one. Oh, I need to share the screen again. Come on, okay. Okay. This is one of his band, one of his groups, the Nels Cline Singers. No surprise, it's an all-instrumental band. His solo work, and this counts as a solo work, gets classified as jazz. So if you're looking for them, that's the section to look into, even though I mean, it's very experimental, very improvisational, very free form. So I guess that's why they call it jazz, but it still has more in common with rock than jazz in my mind. Just an improvisational form of rock that most people don't understand.
Or even know exists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he gets involved in a number of things, and especially since we're poets here, I'm going to bring up this one. I gotta go back to screen sharing.
Yeah, you got to go out to bring it in.
Sorry, I've got to jump through these hoops. Okay, this is an album that he played on, in which the three musicians, Ben Goldberg is credited to, and Ben Goldberg wrote the music, but then Nels and Ron Miles improvised to the pieces Ben Goldberg wrote. But it features the poet Dean Young, who you've probably heard of.
Yes.
And what they did is that Ben Goldberg took one of Dean Young's books and wrote music for several poems out of the book, brought it to the musicians, and had Dean Young listen to it without knowing what poem it was written for and write new poems based on the music he heard. So a very interesting set there. So that's my cue for today is if you like experimental rock guitarist, you definitely need to check out Nels Cline.
Want me to put experimental rock guitarist?
Yeah, you can put that. That's like
Okay.
probably a more accurate. I mean, I compared him to Fripp because Fripp's a pretty experimental guitarist too. And they
Yeah.
both like to play lots of notes.
Robert Fripp is, I guess you could call him a sound engineer too, right? Because he's always bending and shaping them.
Yes,
Yeah.
he is. He's definitely a sound engineer, and he's done. I mean, Robert Fripp obviously has done some pretty wild experimental stuff with the guitar too. But so yeah, I mean, I will give one more reference for a show I saw Cline play where he was backing up a woman named Carla Bosevich, who used to sing with the Geraldine Fibbers, an LA band. And backing her up, he alternated between country licks and noise. Kind of interesting show there.
Yeah. Phenomenal, fantastic. So good to have you on board, Murray. Okay,
Thank
folks, episode 36. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I cheated. I didn't even know how to spell Nels Cline until you showed the covers. I go, oh, now I know. Oh. Yes.
Well, it could go several ways. Yeah.
Yeah. But now I've got it. Got it. Nels Cline. Oh yeah. No K there. Okay. All right. And Wilco, that's one of my son's favorite bands.
If you want to hear his work on Wilco, check out the Kicking Television Live album. He gets to show off on that a little bit.
Okay. I can look hip with my son. Yeah. When he was, I think he was 14 years old. I introduced him to Nine Inch Nails. And so, that really gave me a lot of cred for a long time. All right. Okay. Episode 36. Thank you so much, Murray. In the can.
Thank you.